Hello class, this is Mr. Hurdle, and I'm going to be talking today about improving some claims because on the outline, some of the claims frankly weren't so hot, and a lot of students have been coming in and asking how can I improve my claims on my outline and for the presentation itself. So I'm going to be talking about what a weak claim looks like and what a strong claim looks like. I'm going to give you some examples and kind of some rules to follow. I can't write your claim for you, but I can give you certainly some examples that will kind of lead you in the right direction, and I'm totally available to help you. So, some tips that you want to think about as you're going and writing some claims. When you're doing the different GRAPES categories, geography, religion, achievement, politics, economics, social structures, I don't actually want to see the words geography, religion, economics in your claim itself. You don't need to say that. So I'll show you how to work around that. When you say that, it becomes a bit redundant, and then you tend to go and start using the category kind of as a crutch, and I'll show you how that works. The way to go and kind of wrap your mind around what a claim is, it's a mini thesis statement. It's not going to prove an entire kind of your entire research project, but it's going to improve part of it. And with this mini thesis statement, you're going to be making a small argument that will contribute to the larger argument. You've got to be specific. If it's not specific to your culture, your person, your organization, it's not going to work. So a lot of you go and have something that can be substituted for another organization, another topic. For example, say you're doing your essay or your presentation is going to be on geography and you have the Renaissance. This is an example of a weak thesis I got. Excuse me, weak claim. Geography affected the Renaissance in several ways. That says absolutely nothing. You could go and substitute geography affected Christopher Columbus in several ways. It really doesn't mean anything. So you got to be more specific. Now, a way to go and improve this claim, something along the lines of Italy's location in the Mediterranean was helpful to the Renaissance. Okay, you're getting somewhere with this one. At least you're talking about the location in the Mediterranean, and it's helpful. By the way, do you see the word geography is not in this claim? You don't need it. The location in the Mediterranean, that implies geography. You don't need to explicitly state it. This is where a really good claim would look. Come in here. Italy's central Mediterranean location provided for the quick trade of both ideas and goods through its numerous seaports. This is what I'm looking for. The idea, it's specific, it's talking about the geographical location without using the word geography, and you're talking about what's going on. Well, a lot of stuff's moving around, both goods and ideas, and why is this happening? Because of the seaports. So that's an example of a claim that's good. Religion. Let's say you're talking about the Hebrews and you want to make a claim related to religion in the Hebrews. A weak one would be, religion was important to the Hebrews because their culture was based off of it. Well, no duh, right? Anybody can say that. So you go and you could substitute, religion was important to the Catholics because their culture was based off of it. I mean, you could put that for most kind of topics. So you got to be more specific. A little bit better, religion was the focus of Hebrew society, economically, religiously, and culturally. Well, that's a little bit better, but once you're going and using those categories, economically, religiously, and culturally, that leads the reader or the person you're presenting to say, how was it economic? How was it religious? How was it cultural? So maybe just choose one area. So here's an example of one way you could go with it. There's a bunch of different ways. There's no right or wrong way. Belief in a monotheistic deity was a central focus of Hebrew society, which is epitomized in the Ten Commandments. Much more specific. I see monotheistic deity being the focus of the society, and you see Ten Commandments. You cannot mistake this with another society once you go and have those specific terms in there. So come see me. Those two examples of the best, that's what I'm looking for an A quality presentation. And if it's not there, you need to work on it. So please come see me.